YouTube. Another 4s and 5s beer review. I'm Jaime.
And I'm Tommy, and today we're coming at you with the Tommy Knocker. This is a maple nut brown ale from Colorado, so why don't you tell them a little bit about it and read the legend there.
This is a craft beer brewed a little southwest of Denver, Colorado mountain town, it says here. It's a little interesting story about it. It has a little elf on the label and the beer cap. It says here it's basically just a brown ale brewed with maple nut syrup in it. So I expect it to be. I had one already. It's kind of sweet, but yeah, there's a little interesting story about it. It's just 1800s, gold mines, elves, and these elves brought them this beer. So we're gonna go ahead and crack it open and see how it's tasting like, and tell you how it's tasting like.
Yep.
I love brown ales myself. If you watched our reviews,
we both love brown ales. This one's a little interesting. Just the name. I mean, I gotta say I'm a little partial to the name just because it's Tommy Knockers. And it's just about a little more specifics on it. It's from the Tommy Knockers were supposed to be mysterious elves that brought the gold miners good luck and took them closer to gold or whatever. So this is named after them. But I always do love a good craft brew. So I'm going to pour this.
On the pour, it's not much of a head. The head's really soapy.
Yeah.
I mean, even though he poured a little more
yeah,
aggressive, it's still soapy
it's
of a
still
head.
a really soapy head. I mean,
it's not really thick and creamy.
Oh, and a side note real quick. We want to thank my sister for presenting this this nice leather couch you see behind us. She insisted that we did a shout out to her, so yeah, this is our couch from her. Appreciate it, Jeanette.
So there's not much to speak about a brown ale. It's just brown ale brewed with maple syrup in it. So we're gonna go ahead and dig in and tell you what we think about it, America.
I gotta say, it's heavy on taste, but light on texture. It's almost like drinking it's an American brown ale. I can't really say anything more about it. It kind of almost tastes like a honey brown to me, but
a little more texture, a little more flavor to it.
A little more flavor, actually a lot more flavor, if we're gonna put it that way. But I mean, it's a good beer. I could see me and him sitting down and drinking a sixer of this, just me and him. Like we barbecued earlier. And we used a little bit of this in our barbecue, and actually it turned out really well. But side note on that, sorry.
I like it. I mean, it's really different. It's a nice change of pace from your typical brown ale.
It really is, and I mean, it's in a cool bottle. You can tell that it's a craft bottle. It's just straight plain.
Charge.
And it's not a cheap label, but it's a nice beer. It's 4.5 alcohol.
They've been brewing beer since '94, so they're not slacking on their products. So it's been around for over 10 years. So.
Yeah, and on this,
or a little under 10 years, but
on the box here it says that the malt level is medium and the hop level is low, which is something we would like. The malt's a little higher, but the low hops is really something. But the IBU,
I think it's something honestly that if you've never had a craft beer, that this would be something great to start off with.
Yeah.
Because it's not it has a perfect blend of just flavorness to it. It's not bitter. It's not really bitter at all, and it has that maple syrup in it, which is really sweet to the taste buds. Then you get the beer in it as well, like the little aftertaste. But like I said, it's not bitter. It's not really bitter at all. To my opinion, it's not bitter at all.
No, it's really not bitter at all. It's really
sweet because of the maple.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to blend into craft brews, or just go something dark and you tired of drinking your typical lagers, I would really recommend this because it's a great beer to try.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. If you've had Sam Adams, even so far as
Adams, you like Sam
yeah,
Adams,
exactly, you'll like this. It's a flavorful beer, but it's not too overpowering that you wouldn't like it. So I would definitely recommend this to a first timer. For a brown ale, if you really like your brown ales and that's what you're really into, Then I mean, yeah, it's not the best. You're not gonna be extremely impressed with it. You're like, yeah, it's sweet, but you know, I've had brown ales. But you know,
to me,
it
doesn't really have a brown ale taste to it. Like the maple syrup kind of overpowers it. That's why I would say it'd be a good beer.
It's just like a honey brown.
To dabble into.
It has that really sweet aftertaste.
Yeah.
But I'm Tommy.
I'm Ami.
And this has been another 4th and 5 beer review.